Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Bodies by Jeremy Jones.
That's right. Oh, God bless it. I hate the fact that I got to change this every morning. Give me a second. That ain't working for me. I don't like it to say Ken and Ken. This is not Ken and Ken. This is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B. Man, what a game. Well, let me get to all the chat before you guys scroll 3,000 things in here, guys. Yeah, got to run my intros. Good afternoon to all. Let's go Detroit Lions. One pride. Kings of the North Division Championship title. All grit, never back down. 3-1. What a game for Jared Goff. I'm on Ross St. Brown, David Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Patrick, Kirby, Joseph, Reeder, and J-Mo. Don't leave J-Mo out of that. Our rookies need to clean it up. CD3 needs to clean it up. CD3 had 5 penalties versus Terrion Arnold's 3. And the way he acted is why Terrion Arnold acted the way he is. I'm not forgiving CD3 for how he acted. Both times he got flagged for pass interference when both of them were blatant pass interference. He held the guy's arm. So if the vet's doing it, the rookie's going to do it. I will say that. All right. Jared Goff, perfect 18, 1 for 1 with a catch from St. Brown. Then Goff threw one to St. Brown just off and 70-yard Jared to J-Mo. Great play. Good Lord, this thing jumps too far. I can't read everything. I'm getting frustrated with my computer. It's Victory Tuesday. What's up, SJB? Good morning, JB. Go Lions. What a win. Defense was okay, but how about our offense? Penalties got to get cleaned up. 12 penalties for 100 yards. Inexcusable. 5 of them were on the offense. So I'm not going to. It wasn't just the defensive penalties that killed us. There was offensive penalties. Call out both sides of the ball, Andrew. I don't like somebody calling out one side and not the other. Smoking Dad has entered the chat. But yes, the offense finally showed up. We did everything. Running, passing, all of it. It was good. There were about four penalties they need to, 4 or 5 penalties they need to clean up. Tim Colburn, been a minute. Good to see you, brother. Yep, bye week next week for us guys, and it couldn't come at a better time. That way we can have Ragnall back. Somebody was sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't think we're gonna have Ragnall back." I mean, he wanted to play this week, and coach made him sit. I think we will have him back in week 6. Uh, man, Vikings on top of the division. We're right there in second place, 3-1, solo. Nobody else in the division is there. In third place is the Bears at 2-2 because they have a conference win. Unlike who is that doesn't have a conference win? Whose starting quarterback is 0-2 this season? What team is that? Oh, oh yeah, it's Jordan Love. Thank you, Trace. And Joe Buck is a fucking idiot. You know, calling out a rookie. It was 1 PI and 2 defensive holdings. Hey, Mike Marsh, I'm not you wait, when we have a loss, you can call us out and I can't call out the Packers starting quarterback for looking like absolute dog shit versus pressure and a man coverage defense that he couldn't read if the book was right in front of him. Fuck you. I'm going to call it out because that's what happened. When they were blitzing and running man coverage, Jordan Love looked like dog shit. He doesn't look healthy. They were stupid to bring him back. It wasn't until halfway through the third quarter when they put it in cruise control with a prevent defense and zone coverage that Jordan Love looked decent. Yes, McNeil in a touchdown saving play too. Lockett was open underneath. Excellent play. But let's go to my hot players on offense. I'd rather forget Troy Fakeman existed. I didn't listen to him. There's a reason I did my own commentary last night. I hate their announcing. And Mike Marsh, garbage time. You were down by 4 scores with no chance to win. They started playing prevent defense with zone coverage is when Jordan Love looked good. They stopped blitzing him. It was just the front 4 that got any pressure whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sick of people being bullshit. Yep, Willis over Love. I agree. It should be Willis. You know, I wake up, I come in here in a good mood, and people want to cover is the negative shit. Go suck an egg, go leave. I don't give a fuck. We have something positive to talk about with the Lions here, and fans are talking about everything bad. And 2 announcers I don't like to listen to, which is one of the reasons why I decided to go live during Monday Night Football. Listening to Joe Buck and White Jay-Z is like having an enema with a hemorrhoid at the same time. I hate them cocksuckers. There, I said it. And yeah, I got angry. So let's talk about the things that were good. Yep, you play to win the game. And guess what? The Lions got in front and never looked back. Everybody says, oh, we didn't shut them down at all. We shut them down in 2 drives right away. We were up 14 before they scored a touchdown, then went up 21-7 for halftime. So I don't want to hear we didn't make any stops. The Lions looked dominant as fuck. There, you know, it was a dominating offensive effort. And in the first half, defensively, we looked better. In the second half, AG called a soft defense. All of a sudden, Geno Smith looks like Geno Smith running all over us. Just because it worked 1 week versus one team doesn't mean it works the next week. It was the exact same play calling we did last week versus Arizona. but Kyler's not Geno Smith. There's your difference. And all they have there is Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, I think we're going in and we're going to make Dallas be 0-3 at home next week. Or in 2 weeks. They got a home game this week. Oh yeah, I think they do. But we never. Yeah, it got stale for a minute, and they scored and got it. What, within a touchdown, and then we went bam, bam, bam. 42 points we put up on them. I am not upset with this performance. I am upset with the penalties, but you know what? That's what coaching is for. It's early in the season. We already said the first 2 to 4 weeks is almost like preseason all over again because the guys don't play the preseason. Oh, I'm going to be at Ford Field watching that game because they're going to be showing it on the big screen for Dallas. It'll be Trace and I going. I got to send her some money soon. It's crazy. If one side of the ball goes down, are we scared anymore? We had this problem last year. If the offense didn't go, the defense couldn't stop anybody. This year, the defense has been stopping people and the offense wasn't going. Now we get the offense going and the defense falters a little bit. That's the sign of a good team. Complementary football. If one side isn't doing their job, the other side picks it up. That's what I see. And I think it's amazing that we did that because in the second half, I'm calling it out. AG had a soft game plan. We didn't get a stop till the fourth quarter in the red zone. We couldn't stop Kenneth Walker. We could not stop Kenneth Walker. He ran all over us. Our tackling was abysmal. Linebackers, safeties, corners. Wrap up. Stop going for the big hit. Go Hawks. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you. I have a feeling I know who Go Hawks is. But I had every bit of confidence we were winning that game. Oops, I tried to congratulate you guys. My phone didn't like it. It came through. Thank you, Go Hawks. Your phone didn't like it, but the chat did. So, yes, I am wearing my black Hendon hooker in honor. You guys look great in the unis, too. Thank you. That's why I'm wearing it's the old school throwback one, but it's still the black. Walker is a top 5. He is not a top 5 running back in the league. Yes, let's go Detroit Tigers. They got a game here at 2:30 today. Tariq Skubal on the mound. Good luck, Houston. What's that SOD for? Same old defense? By Super Bowl, we need to be putting last week's defense and this week's offense together every game. Yes, that's the goal. That's what coaching needs to be doing. I got to remove the hat. It's too damn hot. To a burn barrel. The views and opinions of Jeremy Baldrick Jr. make about as much sense as wiping your ass than taking a shit. So therefore are not the views and opinions of kneecap biting with the Motor City Lions, nor I smoking Jeremy B. Even though the Lions and Vikings won, still fuck the Lions and the Vikings. Same old Doran. Yes. I agree. So what you guys think of the live commentary? Did I do all right? Hey, you know who should care about the Bears right now, Mike Marsh? The Packers, because they're ahead of them in the standings this morning. Oh, 100%. You can't rag on Goff for being 18 of 18, 200 and what, 25 touchdowns or 228 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. Cameron Luke says, yes, sir. Hatter's House 710, what up, fellas? Go Lions! Right. But I agree. We need to have the offense and defense on the same page in 1 week. And I think the week to have it happen is in Dallas. Let's do the same thing to them. Get out in front, never make it close. Don't give the refs a chance to take it away. Because that's what happens every year in Dallas. I don't care what Broski Bear and any other fan base says. It happens every year in Dallas. Nah, Goff was worth every penny of that contract last night. 100%. Did you see the presser when Dan Campbell was done? He handed out the game balls. He gave one to Kirby. He gave one to JMO. I think he even gave one. Who did he give the other one to? Was it Monty? And then he goes out to the presser and he goes, God, I didn't realize Goff was perfect. I feel like crap, man. I didn't even give him a game ball. Yep, run up the score on Dallas, make the fans leave early. That has to be. Oh, yeah, he gave it to Ben Johnson. And I get it. That's right. I knew he was talking about the blocking. He was talking about the play calling and all that. Yes, Moonscar Blade. Time to build on this win. First time we've beaten the Seattle Seahawks in 12 years, guys. Oh, he should get it hands down. There's guys that put up bigger numbers, but not better numbers. Does that make sense how I'm saying it? Nobody in the NFL since 1940 has been without an incompletion. And the record was 15. Yeah, the run by Monty was incredible. Guys were blocking downfield. He broke 5 tackles. The guy made Marshawn Lynch look weak. Dallas only wins on the road. But I'm just saying our defense needs to be like it was versus Arizona, shutting down everything. And our offense need to be just like this past week here last night. Set by Kurt Warner. I thought it was. Oh, yeah. He was in the backfield a lot. DJ Reader getting a sack. He's one. Let me get into my 3 hot players. Regardless of the side of the ball, let's make it 4. My 4 hot players. I got Reader, Kirby, Amon Ra, and Monty. Now I'm going to leave it a different way for a reason. Don't freak out. That's my 4 main guys that I loved what they did for this game. Kirby, one-handing that interception and keeping his hand underneath the ball was amazing. The ball never touched the ground. Ooh. So it's Fran Tarkenton that was 17 for 17. Gibbs had a good game, but look at the bigger picture. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not looking in a small window. I had 4 players. My four cold players. James Houston is player cold number 1. He was absolute dog shit. 2 penalties. Couldn't get past their O-line. I said he was washed. He looked washed. He was manhandled all night. Barely did anything. And when he did, it was a penalty. I'm so disappointed in him. CD3, way too many penalties. Granted, he was okay in coverage, but the way he acted when he got penalties gave Terrion Arnold a vet leadership looking like a whiny bitch. Anzalone had a bad game. And while he was serviceable, Coyote Awasika. Granted, he was cold, just started practicing again this week. He was decent, but he wasn't great. That was my cold guy on the O-line. My MVPs of the game, and I've got 3. Jared Goff, Jameson Williams, Jack Fox. In that order. I had a 3-way MVP. Goff because he was perfect. What can I say? J-Mo because Devin Witherspoon couldn't even catch him. On that play action, he was gone so fast. Beautiful strike down the field. Man, it was a sight to behold. Jack Fox did Jack Fox things. Flipped the field, made it so we could stop him. Whether we did or not is another story, but he put him in a position of winning football. Those are my 3 MVPs of the game. Yes, Campbell is a violent tackler. The guy hits like a truck. He gets an honorable mention for one of my hot players. I mean, he was just wrecking them. Wrecking people over the middle. Wasn't he the one that forced the fumble? I can't remember. The one that Terrion Arnold got? Or was that CD3 that did it? His only good play of the game, in my opinion. Or great play of the game. Yeah, the defense was a bit handsy. Otherwise, they were right there. I mean, everybody's calling out Terrion Arnold, but refuses to call CD3 out. Everybody's whining because Terrion Arnold, a rookie, had 3 defensive penalties on him. CD3 had 5. And 3 of them were PI for twice as many yards as what Terrion Arnold got penalized for. So, I don't know if that's such a bad idea to call out Terrion Arnold and not call out CD3, who's his vet leadership. All right, I'm going to throw up a video real.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Bodies by Jeremy.
Sorry, guys. No, not aliens. Eh, yes. It was emergency time. That's why I said I gotta go to the video. Um, so let's talk about a couple of things I did notice last night. One is the stupidest NFL rule I ever heard of. Why have a horse collar tackle rule if you cannot call it when a player horse collars your quarterback in the pocket? How is that not a penalty? I guess it's protect every player but the quarterback on that one type of play? What kind of bullshit is this? Yes, it was poof, I was here. Poof, I wasn't. Sorry about that, guys. Orlando, you're hilarious. I love you guys. So tell me, what do you guys think about that NFL rule? Put it in the chat. Hutch had 10 pressures. DJ Reader and Aleem were putting pressure up the middle all night. Any play near the goal line, whether offensive or defensive, is subject to review. They reviewed it during the break. Goff did before. No, it's not bullshit. Goff did pull that ball in to where it touched the goal line when he hit the ground. His knee wasn't down yet. It was a safety, Andrew. Under review, it was a safety. The say what you want. It was a safety, but it was brilliant. Why was the safety brilliant, guys? Give me one good reason why the safety was brilliant. I know the exact reason why it was brilliant. I just want to see what you guys think about it. Oh, okay. You were no, because he wasn't down yet. Forward progress doesn't count if you pull. No, because if we'd have got stopped on that third down, which we did, and it's on the half-yard line, guess what that means? Jack Fox is punting from the back of the end zone. The safety putting him out at the 20 made it a lot better because he was able to flip the field and force them to use most of their time to get down the field. Time of possession shit. Field position. Ooh, Dodgers legend Fernando Valenzuela, Senior Smoke in the hospital for unspecified health problems. Sending prayers. Prayers up. Man, what a day yesterday. As a matter of fact, all weekend. Friday. Um, I'm not giving him much of a break. When you're holding a guy's arm to keep him from catching a ball, that's pass interference. CD3 did that 3 times. I am going to call him out for that because we're trying to coach that out of Terrion Arnold, and if his bet leadership on that team as a leader, that's a bad look. It teaches him a bad habit. That's what I'm talking about. At least we didn't let DK take over the game. That's all I wanted to see. None of those wide receivers took over. Jackson Smith and the Jigba was their best wide receiver, in my opinion. That guy caught everything that almost went his way, whether someone was on him or not. He ran better routes. He was clean. Everything else. It had to do with flipping the field on the safety, though. That was huge. It was you know, I wonder if Goff realized that, and that's why he pulled the ball in. I don't think he was scared of getting hit. He already was wincing. It was he was reaching it out, and he looked, and he really wasn't that far past the line of scrimmage or past the goal line, and he just yanked it back in. The guy was 3 yards away from him, and yes, he was at a dead run to tackle him and try to get the ball out, but the ground can't cause a fumble, and once you hit the ground, it's done. I do agree with that. It should be holding on the deep. It isn't supposed to be from the end of the run. It's supposed to be from the spot of the foul. The foul occurs at the 13-yard line. That means you go back half the distance to the goal. If it's at the 20, you go back 10. If it's at the 25, you go back 10. Spot of the foul. Yeah, DK was crying to the refs all night. But wait, it gets worse. Before Chris Christopherson, the actor that played Detective Taggart on Beverly Hills Cop passed away Friday. Chris Christopherson Sunday morning. Dikembe Mutombo yesterday morning, and Pete Rose last night. And now we got Senior Smoke in the hospital. That's 4 over a weekend. Our childhood is disappearing, guys, for us older guys. The one that floored me because I didn't hear anything about it was Detective Taggart. Isn't his name John Ashton, I believe? I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't have my phone. I'm not Googling anything. I would like to give a moment of silence for everybody. Greatest baseball player who ever played, one of the greatest blockers to ever play in the NBA. Chris Christopherson was a good singer and a good actor in Detective Taggart. All right. Thank you, Trace, for backing me up on that. Yeah, it's been a horrible weekend. Yeah, that stupid rule, the horse collaring a QB in the pocket, is not a penalty. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Jason Peters just signed with the Seahawks. Yeah, they need tackle. They need tackle help. That was evident last night. Our backfield, other than James Houston, was our D line, other than James Houston, was in their backfield all night long. Frank Fritz, American Pickers. Oh no, Frank died? I liked Frank. I met him once. He was a great guy. Damn, he's only my age. I don't like hearing about guys my age. Yes, Rose should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. They could have kept him out as a manager and just put him in as a player. I agree with that sentiment 100%. He belonged in as a player. Now he gets to get it posthumously, and his kids will have to accept it. And I hope they give the MLB a piece of their mind because they deserve one. How do you have the guy with the most hits in Major League Baseball history, one of the greatest players to ever swing the stick other than Ted Williams, not in the Hall of Fame? It's a travesty. I don't care that he gambled as a manager. As a player, he deserved to be in. It's because he refused to apologize for it. He refused to apologize on betting for his team to win and pushing them to win every damn game. He took his lumps when they lost, but they didn't lose a lot with him as manager. Just saying, they were winning at a 63% clip, which was better than they did the year before. Might even been better than that. I can't remember. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Somebody look that up. They tried to say they found bets where he bet on his team to lose, and they never could find it. I understand that, but he did it as a coach, not a player. Yep, he never bet on the Reds to lose, which means he wasn't point shaving. I understand it's a rule, and he broke it. And as a manager, he never deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. But as a player, he deserved to be in regardless of that ban. I didn't get to see the Calvin Johnson ceremony. As a player, he deserved to be in. Ban the coach, not the player. You can say I'm so wrong. I don't care. I am doing fan fucking tastic. Thanks for asking, Broski Bear. How have you been? You guys won and you disappeared. I was worried about you. Jared Goff had a perfect night last night. I still don't understand how he didn't get a perfect QBR. I mean, a 155.3 is nothing to seize that, but do I think the Tigers can win today? Scooble's on the mound. Of course we can win. Yeah, I talked about John Ashton already. I did the moment of silence for John Ashton, Chris Christopherson, Dikembe Mutombo, and Pete Rose. With Scooble on the mound, we can win any game. I'm just, there are things that need to be cleaned up, but there's not a lot to bitch about in a win. And I get tired of fans that want to bitch about every fucking thing. It drives me batshit crazy. It always has. I can nitpick it, but if you're gonna nitpick one person for penalties, nitpick the leader that does it. Oh my God, I think that was more beautiful than shake and bake. Does anybody else agree with me? Amon Ra throwing a pass to Goff for a receiving touchdown in the red zone. Did anybody have that in their red zone scoring bingo card for last night? Goff receiving a touchdown. That was a thing of beauty, man. Need 20 pass attempts for a perfect QBR. Shaking my head. I'm sorry, if you're perfect, you should get perfect. Does anybody else agree with that sentiment? Because I'm sick of it. I know for a fact I did not have that on my bingo scorecard. When I watched it go, because I had to paying attention to the chat, because I don't like to ignore you guys. I really don't. I hate when I miss a comment because I'm looking something up or something. Because I like being that interactive fan. But when I was looking at that and then I saw the play happen out the corner of my eye because it was on my phone, I was like, what the fuck did I just witness? Holy shit. That literally, that one play won me my fantasy football game. I'm 4-0 in the Lions Talk League. Sorry about your loss, Ricky Saccott, but it was worth it. Broski Bear, I'm gonna say it like it is. We went soft in the second half. The first half wasn't so bad. I called it out, but I am fine because we had so much of a lead that they couldn't come back. That's what it was. Okay, ADL Williams, Hawks fan here. Your offense was humming, and even if we had all our starters in, y'all still would have probably won. Our offense did well, though. I'm happy with Gino. We will fix the D and see y'all in the NFC Championship game. Good luck to the rest of your season. But for last night, you know how it was. Just as much as you hated the Lions, we hated y'all. No shit. When your opponents hate the team, not the fans. That's where I'm at. Great game last night. You guys started to make it a game in the second half because we went soft on defense. We started giving up big penalties. CD3 giving up 5 of them. That's my biggest bum of the week right there. CD3 single-handedly had 70 yards. 70 yards in penalties. It was 20 yards for Terrion Arnold. I'm not even worried about his 3 penalties. When your vet leader is teaching how to react bad to pass interference, and then you get mad at the rookie for doing it, that's when I take up issue. Because I watch bad where he literally grabbed DK's arm. I watched the replays right after they happened because I was talking about it on the Gamecast. I said, "Oh no, penalty! I got to look at this." Yeah, that's penalty. That's BI. So good game. Kenneth Walker is the real deal. I'm not going to put him as a top 5 running back overall in the league, though. I don't think he's quite there yet. He needs to stay healthy, stay on the field, and be consistent before say that. I will say he's a top 10. I'll put him up there in that Gibbs, Behan, second year, third year guys area, in that 10, from 8 to 15 area, somewhere in there. And that's where they belong. I don't care what anybody says. But I put Gibbs a little bit above him usually. I don't know if I can this year. He's doing good, but he hasn't been brilliant. He's been one of our best players of the game, but he hasn't been brilliant. I haven't seen that breakout game like we had last year from Gibbs. Till I see that, I can't put him up there. The hook and ladder play was brilliant. It's a flash in the pan play. He had 2 runs in the goal line, which I thought that would always be Monty. Amazing. Damn near beat me in fantasy because the other guy had Gibbs. Until we had a receiving touchdown from Goff and a passing touchdown from Amon-Ra. My brain still is going on the brilliance of that play. But it is time for the division breakdown. Top to bottom or bottom to top. First one to answers gets it. So thank you, Mr. Williams. Bottom to top. All right. In last place, FTP. the Packers. In third place, fuck the Bears. The Lions sit alone at 3-1 in second place, and then we move to first place. The 4-0 Get Skull Fuck Vikings. But as I do after every Lions victory, and it is a victory day, it's time for one thing. The thing Leonard hates. That touchdown to pass to Goff hurt. We felt like we were still fighting. That play made it feel like the Lions were just toying with us. Sorry I'm late. It's Tuesday. Had some running to do on lunch. Hey, I'm good and fuck them all. Yes, what Dwayne King. The only thing that could have been better, Goff with passing TD, rushing TD, and a receiving TD. Laughing my ass off. This segment is great. So just like after they scored every touchdown last night, I'm gonna do it in the honor of the victory. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. When the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win this game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! One pride, everybody. That was one of the best offensive games I've seen out of Jared Goff yet since the Denver game. Does everybody remember the Denver game? When our buddy Cameron Luke pretty much said we're going to beat them 40-20? Yes, a Lions victory it was. Amazing. Thank you so much. You love that segment. Those are my fake sponsors, but now I use it to announce who's in what place in the division. How the Monty catch and that truck stick right there at the line of scrimmage. Devin Witherspoon comes up to hit him, and I don't know if Devin Witherspoon will have kids that don't come out slightly brain damaged from that because he hit him so hard I thought he was done. He played like he was done after that. Got torched. That Monty hit was great. I felt like I was watching Mortal Kombat and somebody yelled, "Finish him!" Flawless victory. I swear I saw his soul leave through his helmet. Special shout out to the Packers for. Oh, let me read that in the echo voice from Matt Henry. Special shout out to the Packers for being the only team in the division to lose this week. They were a little flaccid. How about the block in the backfield by Wright to give Goff a second to turn and dump the ball to Jamo? Oh, that play action was beautiful. One of the best plays of the game. But the mind blower was Amon Ra passing to Jared Goff for a touchdown. Even the Seahawks fan are raving about it because it was like a dagger. They were coming back. It was looking like they were getting a stop. What an amazing game. Oh, there's so many things to talk about and so little time to do it because, it's almost time for me to get ready for work. I can't go wearing this. I'm not messing this up doing tires. But I will say one thing. Uh, to me, it was the play of the game. Nobody had that on their bingo card for scoring. Seahawks get a bye week this week. They have to play the Giants. Are they on the road or at home? The Giants. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, yep. No Verlander for Houston against the Tigers because Verlander isn't on the playoff roster. He's hurt again. Imagine that. I would have loved for that to have been the first matchup. I'm sorry, Verlander versus Skubal at 2 o'clock today would have been amazing. See, and it's at Seattle. Yeah, they're in trouble. Okay, 12th man will make sure that they fail. Fast Freddie Peterson made sure you're gonna have your pom poms and give Dan a hug when you're this late in his lame chat. He must still have you blocked, Broski Bear, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh, will do, Broski. Oh. Oh my god. I don't do the hatred thing. I have no beefs with any podcasters that have their own show, that run their own shows out here in YouTube land. Um, I try not to be that guy. I don't want to get in the middle of beefs, whether it's between fans or podcasters. I don't know why we don't all just get along and agree to disagree and walk away from each other in those type of arguments. Uh, we all do the same thing. Steph, that game win. Yes. Yes, Steph. That game was awesome. From start to finish, the offense never looked back. The defense got sus for a few minutes, and I'm not, but that was a team win nonetheless. They made the big stops when they had to. Kirby getting the game sealing in the end zone. Last night was like beating a cripple missing 4 starters on the front seven. I don't care. We needed it. We should be back to full strength in time to give Daniel Jones a full-on spanking. I'm a Hawks fan. I'm okay, Steph. You can call it what you want, but you know what? We needed our offense to get back on track, and I'm sorry it had to be against you. How's that? Our defense, on the other hand, we got some issues to work out. Good thing we got a bye week. I don't have beefs or hold grudges, but I do go out of my way to call out bullshit from time to time. Facts don't care about your feelings. It's something I live by. Amen, broski. I don't think they're going to do anything because we have big people to resign next year, Andrew Merklinger. I have talked about it at nauseum for 8 straight weeks so far, including the off season. I don't think we're doing anything because that is not in Brad Holmes' nature to trade or make a big splash signing. Yeah, stupid system. If he threw that touchdown instead of catching it, he would have had a perfect QBR. I know. I hate that system. He goes, not at all, Fred. I don't make stuff up. Moonscar would agree with me. Yeah, 100%. I've seen the chats between you two here on the show. But last but not least, I do have to give homage to my sponsor that pays me to talk about them. That is Brandon Service, right at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 Atherton Road, where in Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. Used tires starting at $40 and up, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. talk to George, Red, or myself because I work for them too. Tuesdays through Saturdays, 2 to 7 is when I'm there. If you want to call and talk to Smoke and Jeremy B about tires, you want to talk about football, you got to do it on the shows, guys. Oh, thank you so much for watching. Mention this ad, and you will get $10 off your set of tires when you purchase them through Brandon's service. I hope Gino shut up some haters last night. Hey, I get it. I'm I'm not a Gino hater. Dan Leonard, my co-host, who's a Giants fan, he absolutely hates the living shit out of Gino, and you'll never shut him up. He hates the fact that his coaching staff started him over Eli Manning to end his consecutive game streak because he said Gino should have sat out. Ken Catalone always loved that tagline. Thank you, sir. Got in just in time, huh? Oh, but what a great game. What a great victory overall. You're talking about we beat an undefeated team. I understand they were hurting. I understand they were that. And Fred Peters says, I understand facts, have no feelings. I understand that 100%. But even other Lions fans are a bit too critical of the Lions and they are shunned. But even Super Bowl winning teams have their own shortcomings. KC is playing like crap. I just mentioned that on another show. Why isn't anybody calling out the OC Matt Nagy in Kansas City? I don't know if I have a show to do tonight. I think I have a night off. If I get asked to be a guest, I'll do it. But someone had your attention before. Um, I'm guessing air be exiting your body quickly for work from somebody else while doing Coca-Cola up their nose. Just a guess, Ken Catalone. A 155.8. 158.3 is perfect. But Jared Goff was perfect. He doesn't get it because he didn't complete 20 passes. He wasn't 20 for 20. If he'd have been 18 for 20, he'd have got the perfect rating. How stupid is that? Oh, I know, Broski. I love your nickname for your head coach and your GM. Everflush and Bullshitter is the best ever. But it is time for me to take off. Laughing my fucking ass off, something like that. I'm going to end my show the way I always do. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love. Brent, I am so sorry to hear about your Jeep. Does anyone have a car they don't want? Yeah, but then I don't have a car, period. Just trying to be funny, my man. Um, my condolences on your Jeep. Do you know what's wrong with it? Shoot me an email later. But have a great day, everybody. It's time for me to get ready for